Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen's recent confirmation that U.S. troops were stationed on the island has triggered China, which may step up its military preparations against the neighboring country that it considers as its breakaway province. Analysts think Beijing would consider the first official confirmation of U.S. military presence in Taiwan as a highly provocative move, reported South China Morning Post. Amid increasing war threats on the Taiwan Strait, Tsai told CNN in an interview aired Wednesday that she believes that the United States would help to defend the island in the event of an attack by China. Confirming the presence of U.S. troops on the self-governed island, Tsai said Taiwan had a wide range of cooperation with the U.S. aiming at increasing our defense capability. Though Tsai did not say exactly how many U.S. military personnel are currently on the island, she added it was not as many as people thought. The comments have provoked Beijing, though Taiwan leadership immediately tried to downplay the remarks. Taiwanese Defense Minister Chu Kuo-cheng quickly clarified that U.S. troops were not stationed on the island, and are only conducting training exercises as part of exchange programs. Taiwan needs to rely on its own capabilities in order to defend itself, not merely hope for support from others. Helping the Taiwanese military with training is the U.S. troops' only purpose, Chu was quoted by Taiwan News. Nevertheless, China has reacted that it firmly opposes military links between Taiwan and the U.S. and the latter's attempts to provoke and stir up trouble. When asked about Tsai's comments, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin said, "Taiwan independence is a dead end, and there will also be no turning back for those who support it." Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman Tan Kefei-tu warned the U.S. that China will resolutely counter and fight back if the U.S. continues to cling to the illusion of using Taiwan to contain China. Meanwhile, analysts think Tsai's revelation was a serious provocation to Beijing. Song Dongping, a former PLA instructor and military affairs commentator, told South China Morning Post that Tsai was saying that Taiwan has the backing of the U.S. so the PLA should not act rashly. "This is a serious political and military provocation," he said. However, he added that Beijing would stick to a peaceful reunification and solicit Taiwanese public support. But, on the other hand, mainland China will step up preparations for a military struggle with the U.S. Earlier, the Chinese state-run tabloid Global Times ran an article quoting an analyst who said more military actions are likely in the Taiwan Straits, and the U.S. military presence in the region will face more countermeasures from the PLA. However, Wang Kangyi, director of Taipei-based think tank Taiwan International Strategy Study Society, said Tsai's comments are more aimed at turning ambiguity to clarity, which she believed would help promote Taiwan's security. Washington maintains a policy of strategic ambiguity, a refusal to explicitly state whether it would take military action for Taiwan on the issue. Taiwan also has 2 underground hangars in Hualien and Taitung where up to 400 fighter jets could avoid a PLA first strike, thanks to the 310 miles of mountain coverage, with an average height of more than 3,000 meters. The report adds that flying records issued by the Taiwanese Defense Ministry showed the planes that breached the buffer zone included KJ-500 with early warning and control systems, J-16 fighters, H-6K bombers, Su-30 fighters, and others. This hinted that the drills were also aimed at collecting data on the island's terrain and landscapes. There is another reason for PLA aircraft to concentrate on Taiwan's southwest. By following the route, the PLA is avoiding disruption to civilian aircraft in the busy airspace over the Taiwan Strait and the East China Sea. In the past, once PLA fighter jets took off from airbases in Fujian, all civil airliners in the province would be grounded for up to 4 hours to give way, causing great impact and economic loss to both domestic and international flights. Zhou Chunming, a researcher from the Yuanyang Military Science and Technology Institute in Beijing, was quoted by South China Morning Post. These frequent disruptions triggered complaints from China's civil aviation industry, after which it was decided that the PLA warplanes would no longer fly to the north of the Taiwan Strait to avoid disrupting civilian flights. The military aircraft are now constrained in the south, where they head west to avoid entering the world's busiest airspace over Hong Kong. Compared with the Taiwan Strait and the East China Sea, airspace in southwest Taiwan is big enough for the PLA aircraft and warships to conduct training and other military activities, Zhou added.